If you're looking at buying the Traxxas UDR, then you're probably considering buying the Arrma Mojave.
And if you're looking at buying the Arrma Mojave, then you're probably considering buying the Traxxas UDR.
So today we're going to compare the two, race them at an RC racetrack, and then take them out for a durability test.
And then we're going to tell you which truck is best for you, coming up. These are two of our favorite RCs to date. They're so much fun. They're both packed full of speed and they're both extremely powerful. So I can imagine that when you're buying just one of them, it's an extremely difficult decision. So hopefully today's video will help you in that decision. And if you do own one of these RCs, please leave your experience in the comments down below for our other subscribers to see.
Now, before we tell you which one we think you should buy, first we're going to do a quick comparison.
The Arrma Mojave comes in at $669.99 and the Traxxas UDR comes in at an eye-watering $799.99. And we always speak in US dollars because most of our viewers are from the US.
Yeah, sorry Kiwis, New Zealanders, I know you wish that was New Zealand dollars, but it's probably more like $2,000 New Zealand.
Both are 1/7 scale and they're virtually the same size. They are both four-wheel drive, completely ready to run, but you will need to buy your own battery and charger.
Now, while both of these trucks are 6S, the Traxxas UDR has a far more restrictive battery compartment. That means you're going to have fewer options when it goes to buying LiPo batteries for the UDR, whereas the Arrma Mojave has a bigger and more adjustable battery compartment, so you're going to have more buying options when it comes to your LiPo batteries. Just make sure that you're always checking the size of the battery compartment and the size of your LiPo battery for whichever battery and truck you decide to go for. Now, while speaking about batteries and compartment size, when it comes to the Traxxas UDR, they use the ID connectors. So if you're going to be buying batteries other than the Traxxas batteries, you're going to need to switch out your connectors on the batteries to Traxxas ID, or you're going to need to change the connectors in the UDR to something else because adapters are probably going to be too big to fit inside the Traxxas UDR's small battery compartment.
The Arrma Mojave uses IC5 connectors, which are compatible with EC5 connectors, and there's lots more space if you need to use adapters.
Looking at the chassis, this is where it really sets them apart. The Traxxas UDR has a very scale look to it. It has a solid axle at the rear, front and center diffs with a locked spool at the rear, and it has a scale looking suspension providing an authentic look when driving it. Also has a fully integrated tube frame that not only adds to the scale detail but also provides for strengthening and rigidity to the truck.
The Mojave has more of a generic chassis design that you'll probably be used to working with, making it very familiar when working on. It is completely metal and has a metal tower-to-tower chassis brace and front and center rear diffs. It may not be as scale looking as a UDR, but it sure can perform.
Both are brushless, the Traxxas UDR having a 2200 kV motor accompanied by a VXL 6S ESC and claims a max speed of 50 miles per hour plus, while the Arrma Mojave has a 2050 kV motor and is accompanied by a smart 150 amp ESC and claims a top speed of 60 miles per hour. Quick disclaimer guys, we are using the previous generation of the Arrma Mojave. The Arrma Mojave version 5, which is the newer version, has all this smart technology in it, and that is the version we're going to have linked down in the description below for you guys. But when it comes to the video and the performance that you're going to see, there's virtually going to be no difference between the version we have and the newer version that's available now. For the radio system, the Mojave has all the latest tech from Spectrum with the SLT Spectrum radio. The Traxxas, on the other hand, uses the TQI radio system and has TSM or Traxxas Stability Management.
The Traxxas UDR comes with a few added extras like 2 spare usable tires on the rear of the truck, along with a spare drive shaft, which can come in really good use, as it did for us. And it also has some really nice lights.
Now, I'm sure I've missed a few things when it comes to these two trucks. There's just so much going on with them, but not to worry because we're going to have both of them linked in the description down below if you want to read up more on them or if you want to pick up one for yourself. But before you do that, first watch this video through to the end to see what one we think you should buy. Amber, it's time we take these trucks out and have some fun. Here we are on location at
Herwood Radio Control Club
with these two beasts of an RCs, man. They're just so cool, and I mean, look how sexy they look. A few accessories on there. The cars are already on, so let's get them on the track and warm them up. obviously Amber's driving that you just saw, so I'm gonna have a quick warm up, a quick lap around the track with the Traxxas UDR. And man, this thing, it's a beast, and it looks so good when it's driving around. Don't you think, Amber?
I love that car.
I love the look, the scale look of it as it drives around.
And this was the first ever place we took it.
In New Zealand it was, yeah. That was like a year ago. It's been so long since we've had our UDR out, but yeah, we did bring it out here on a super muddy, rainy day, you remember?
It was kind of our first big RC, wasn't it?
It was our third ever it was our third ever Traxxas, our first being the TRX4, second was the Max, and then this. I remember buying it, I don't think I told you, I went all the way into Hong Kong City.
And just bought it.
And then just bought it and then walked home hours with this massive box over my shoulders. But I love it. The Traxxas UDR. There we go. I've had my little warm up. It is time for race day. I'm on the Traxxas UDR. Amber's on the
Arrma Mojave.
2 laps. Who's gonna win?
Me.
Give us the countdown, Amber.
3, 2, 1, go.
And off we go. Let the one on. Amber's already taking me out. What's going on there?
Okay.
I've got the GoPro pointing forward. Amber's so confident she thought she'd never get behind me, so she didn't even bother putting a camera on hers. But look at that! Oh, getting on the outside, taking the lead for now. Oh, the GoPro's off already. What on earth? I sandpapered the roof for that. I used the hairdryer to make their sticky tape stay real strong bond.
Go on, do the jump, Joe.
Of course, UDR is a beast, but Amber is only milliseconds behind. She's come off the track. I'm surprised she didn't take a shortcut.
I was going to.
I chickened out there. Coming around, we're entering into the final lap. The UDR is in the lead. Might be a win for me today, Amber. Look at us, man.
No.
Look at us pro drivers.
So good.
There we go.
No, did you get it?
Beautiful landing. Oh yeah. I'll go for this one too.
Oh.
Just to give you some hope.
Jump.
Oh, what?
Oh,
You
no.
hit a charge, Oh yes, that was such a nice jump, kind of. For me it wasn't. Amber's rolled. It's over for Amber.
I was gonna cut
and the
that.
UDR takes the win.
I so could have won if I got that.
Here we are at a new location
More dirt.
with our 2 beasts of an RC, and this is where we're going to be testing the off-road capabilities side by side and checking how durable they are, because as you'll see, there are some big jumps just waiting for us to hit at full speed. So I'm going to be on the UDR because that thing's just a beast, and we're going to be running these Gens Ace batteries, 2 of them, 3 cell, 5,000 milliamp, 50C discharge. And the thing about the UDR is that the battery tray is not very good. It's just small. It's very restrictive. Look how nice and clean it is. It's restrictive on the amount of batteries that can actually fit in it. And we've only got a couple of sets of batteries that fit in this tray properly. These are one of them, and the good thing is, you know, they are quite compact, and that's one of the reasons they got not such a high discharge rating, but plenty of enough power for this UDR. Remote on first, plug the battery in, slide the cover on, and turn the truck on. Oh, it's ready. Oh, this thing's a beast! Whoa! And for the Mojave, Amber's going to be on the Mojave today.
We're going to be running these Turnigy 5,500 milliamp 3S LiPo 140C LiPo batteries.
And these are hard shell and super tough. And we're going to have both the Turnigy and the Gens Ace batteries linked in the description down below if you're interested.
Put the remote on first, plug the batteries in. That is going to shock me, is it?
Yep.
And turn the car on if you can find the switch amongst the dirt.
Oh, that looks so sick. That was awesome. Oh, did you see that? Your car literally went on 2 wheels and just missed me. First up, I'll be on the controls, driving this UDR around. Get some nice shots for you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, what did I do that for? No. I couldn't resist. Oh, that was not meant to happen. Now guys, the thing about this UDR, man, we were driving around a lot yesterday off camera, really getting a feel for it, because it'd been a little while, is that this thing, I love the way it handles. I love the way it drifts, see that? And on the grass as well, not just dirt. It just handles so nicely.
It drifted really well on the grass, actually.
And the way it looks when it's driving, I mean, look how sick that looks, man. Like you can't beat it. And I think of the other trucks that we've driven, the way they look when they drive, they're awesome, but you just can't beat this UDR. It's full speed. Oh yes, loves it coming back. Look at that, full speed, and I turned, and it didn't roll. It's full speed again, full throttle. Look at that, that was like pretty high speed, full turn, and it didn't roll over. Now I do have the TSM up about 50%. I like to drive it with it up about 50%. There'll be some pros out there saying, Joe, what are you doing, man? Turn that off. But nah, man, I like it. I like it a lot. I know there are some people out there that don't like Traxxas, but come on, man. How can you not like this car?
The lights are really cool too.
How can you not own this car? And with those added accessories, it just makes it look a little bit more scale, a little bit nicer looking. Oh man, and I tell you guys, if you are driving it, no! If you're driving it like I am today, on dirt, dust, everywhere, mud, water, you're definitely gonna wanna put tape inside the rim and probably leave it like that. I actually, quite a while ago, vented the outside of the tires because I had already done the mistake of driving it in sand, not covering the holes up inside, and dirt and dust did get inside those tires. So I actually have had to use those spare tires on the rear because the ones on the rear right now are just full of old dirt and dust. Let's try it on this rougher terrain, see how suspension work. We'll build our way up to full speed. Oh no! Okay, building full speed. Here we go. Full speed. Oh, nearly full speed.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Whoa, and then we have a crash.
Cartwheel.
The thing I'll say about the UDR, guys, is the body around the back here likes to sort of break off from the connection point. And also on the sides, we've had that happen both sides. We've done some repair job there. Let's move on to some jumps.
You look like you're climbing Mount Everest. He's at the top. Oh!
Oh no! Oh! Oh no!
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Yes, come on in, it's still alive! Whoa! Oh man! There is a little brake.
Oh yeah.
Man, that is just too cool on this truck. We have a little bit of damage. We'll show you that later on. But first, let's get Arrma on the controls on the Arrma Mojave.
I love the Mojave. As Joe said, we were at the park yesterday, just playing around off camera, and I was getting super frustrated because my batteries kept popping out. But that is one thing with this car I wish was a little bit different. Or maybe it's just my terrible driving, but it tends to flip a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna try and get to top speed on this rough but still flat terrain to show you guys what it's capable of. Whoa, it drifts.
This thing's a beast.
That was full speed. This thing's ridiculously fast. We had a little bit of an audience at the park yesterday, and all of these kids were like, what?
Yeah,
How fast is that thing going?
Whoa, whoa, big crash.
Still alive. Right, let's head over to the rough terrain.
And it looks like you're going to live in an igloo or something.
Joe flipped, I think, 3 or 4 times on this terrain. So I'm gonna prove to you guys that I'm a better driver. Oh, she saved,
What?
And I didn't flip. Oh. Would you look at that, Joe?
Absolutely loves it. Time to hit some jumps.
Joe, you also had a couple of attempts at doing this, so I'm going to show you guys how it's done. It didn't jump. No. Sorry. Oh, I landed. Oh. Still works. Oh.
Oh no.
Ah.
Oh no.
Oh, that's much easier.
Hey! Man, we had so much fun with these two RCs over the past few days. This video did take us a few days to create, so if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button because we really do appreciate it and it does help out the channel. Now, I'm going to start off by talking with the UDR and Amber's going to talk about the Mojave in a second. But first, with our UDR, this truck, it just handles so nicely, so nicely on all sorts of terrain, from that gravelly terrain, loose dirt, and even the wet grass. You can drift it around. It is so much fun and it doesn't roll that much at all. Now, the thing that lets the UDR down a little bit is just on the durability side of things. Now, this truck, don't get me wrong, is still extremely durable and a very, very tough truck. And we've not broken much on it at all. We've broken the drive shaft, but it does come with a spare one that we've used. We broke in today's video, we broke the front lower A-arm on one of them, but we do have an upgrade for that, a metal one, which we'll try it in a future video. The body does break, like most RC bodies, you know, they do get knocks and they do break. The UDR body does break, especially at the back here and especially around these screws on the side and at the rear. It does tend to break a bit, so maybe if you did a little bit of reinforcing there, it would help the truck's durability. When it comes to maintenance, it can be a bit of a hassle to get into this car because you've got about 100 screws to take off to get the body off. Then you've got to take the top part of the frame off, and then you've got to take the two guys out of their seats to then get into some of the electronics there. So it can be a bit of a hassle to work on and also to clean. So if you're not really into doing maintenance and cleaning cars, although you still have to clean the Mojave might be a better choice.
Now, the Arrma Mojave, I absolutely love this car, and I'm a little bit sad we haven't driven it as much as we probably should have, but the performance in this car overall is great. It's fast, it's durable. Did you guys see that big jump I did, by the way? Very durable. The only thing we broke on this car today was actually the body post, and they're only a couple of dollars to fix.
So in conclusion, if you're looking for a truck that looks as realistic as possible, has a decent amount of performance, handles nicely, and looks really realistic when it's driving around, then the Traxxas UDR is the one for you. If you're looking for a truck that is just packed load of performance, loads of speed, loads of durability-ness, is that even a word, durability-ness? Just does not want to break, then the Arrma Mojave is the one for you. And there also is the Arrma Mojave EXB version if you want to have a bit more customability, is that a word?
Customability.
If you want to customize with your own electronics, then there's also the EXB version. Then the Arrma Mojave or the Arrma Mojave EXB would be the one for you.
Also, the Mojave is easier to work on. So it's a split decision from the TheRcKiwis today. Joe prefers the UDR and I prefer the Mojave. But let us know in the comments down below, do you own either one of these trucks or do you own both of them? Let us know your thoughts and your opinions and experiences down in the comments below.
And if you don't want to miss any more of our future RC content, we've got some awesome more comparisons coming up because we've been reading the comments and we see you guys do enjoy the comparisons. So we've got more comparisons, the Outcast, the X-Max, the Typhon, the Kratom, the list goes on and on. If you don't want to miss those videos, make sure you go and you hit that subscribe button.
And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a like anyway. Make sure you're staying safe out there on your RC adventures.
I'm Joe.
I'm Amber.
We're the RC Kiwis, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.